Yeah, of course.
What'd you do on your birthday, man?
I didn't do nothing.
Trent, what'd you do on your birthday? Something.
Well, I went out to eat the night before, but that was about it.
Last year, didn't you get a phone and tickets to Takeover? Not Takeover, but we called it Takeover Columbia.
Yeah, I got the tickets. Yeah.
What'd you get this year?
My shirt.
Okay. Which I saw the picture.
Yes. Did you see where Alexa Bliss retweeted it?
Yeah, I saw that. Good job, my friend. Good job.
You can go on Alexa's Twitter page and see my beautiful face.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done. But that was a happy 28th birthday, right?
Yeah. She could have, instead of retweeting, she could have slid some naughty pics into my DMs or something. But
welcome to the show, Trent. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are broadcasting live from the TWF studios on literally a bright and sunny day. I opened the blinds and they're blinding the heck out of me. It's just crazy. You are now listening to the show, the Wrestling Fans Podcast. I am your host, BangEm South, Jason Fastkade, and I am joined by my illustrious co-host, the best in the world today, the man, Trent Williams, the only guy that I know that has Chris Jericho copying his wardrobe. But enough on that. Trent, we had a subpar Fastlane, but we had quite a slew of shows this week. We had 205 Live, we had NXT, we had SmackDown, Talking Smack, and of course Raw. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
No, Trent. No, trust me, dude. Yeah, we're going to go over the shows. We're going to give you recaps. We're going to give you reviews. We're going to give you news and notes. We're going to give you everything that happened in the world of professional wrestling. But Trent, we're going to talk about Emelina.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Emma, Trent.
Yes.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, man. Let's stop stalling. Let's get right into the show. We got to start the show off by giving our review of Fastlane. I mean, let's share our likes, dislikes, and critiques, but just our thoughts on Fastlane. We had predictions, most of them came true, but I thought this was a buffer pay-per-view, so I wasn't shocked by a lot of it. But what are your thoughts on the Fastlane pay-per-view, man?
Yeah, it was a pretty below average show. Not one I would recommend going back to watch. My favorite match of the night probably had to be the Braun Strowman Roman Reigns match, even though I didn't like the finish with Roman going over, but I kind of predicted it, sort of.
Did you like the sneakers that Roman was wearing?
Oh, yeah, those were nice. Everybody was talking about them.
Yeah, man, we had talked about this last week, right? We didn't know how to move forward with this match. And for all intents and purposes, they're going forward with the triple threat. So you still had to have one guy win, unfortunately.
Are they going with the triple threat?
Oh, full disclosure. The last 10 minutes of Raw, 5 minutes of Raw, I had it on mute. So all three guys having an interaction with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I thought that meant a triple threat.
I don't know.
What did they do?
A weird triple threat match. I don't know if three big guys like that can do a good triple threat match.
Well, here's the thing. The Undertaker is 722 years old, right? Like, he's older than Moses. He was texting Jesus. So at the end of the day, you can put a triple threat together like that. Now, this won't be the Undertaker, A-Train, Big Show triple threat fake handicap match.
Right.
But you'll still have the Undertaker probably going over. But you can, kind of switch him and Roman and Strowman all in the ring, at different times. The Undertaker doesn't have to do too much. Roman can look good. Braun can look good. And you still get a good match with the Undertaker winning.
Yeah. I don't know if Undertaker will win or not, though.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be some intrigue, though. But yeah, if this has not been confirmed as a triple threat, I guess we're looking at Undertaker and Roman. Is that right? Okay, that's fine.
Either way, I think Roman's going over here.
Yeah. And We said this before. The guy who beat the Undertaker was Brock, the only guy. If Roman does the same thing, that sets up the guy who beat the guy facing the guy who beat the guy. So yeah, works for me, man. Works for me.
I was kind of shocked and a little bit confused why they decided to end the streak of Charlotte on this B pay-per-view.
D pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Close to an F.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I'm not paying much attention to what they're doing because I don't think they're paying much attention to what they're doing. This was a filler pay-per-view. This was a buffer pay-per-view, but they needed to do something. I mean, in my opinion, you couldn't have what you had before with the titles on Sasha, the titles on Charlotte, the titles on Sasha, the titles on Charlotte. So you didn't really want to waste any of the fake momentum Bayley had and have her lose here. But you could have did something, man. Like you could have had Sasha interfere. You could have had something. And they didn't do that. So what you ended up with was a streak ending on a tragic pay-per-view with no importance whatsoever, no celebration afterwards, no crowning of Bayley as like the next. But that's what you get nowadays, you know.
And no reason to care about this match at Mania.
No reason at all to care about this match. I mean, listen, we're 4 weeks away, so now hopefully they'll start building it up. But yeah, it's not looking too good for the women's match.
And it also looks like that we were wrong about Nia being in this match.
Well, I think it's early, man. I think it's really early. We're gonna get to Mania.
That was another shocker at Fastlane that she lost.
Yeah. To have Nia Jax losing in a roll up where before you had her losing to being knocked out by Asuka to being choked out by Bayley made no sense. But like I said, they're not paying attention to sense anymore. They feel like they can do what they want to do, and that's what they're gonna do.
Yep. I mean, really on that show on Raw, as long as Charlotte looks good, they don't really care about the rest.
Right. I would have made a little bit more of an effort to point out that Charlotte finally lost. Bayley is the conqueror, or Bayley is this or that, but they did nothing. So if they did nothing at this buffer pay-per-view, maybe they're going to do something really big for WrestleMania.
And I have to wonder, are they leading up to something with Stephanie? Because she sure has been interacting with them a lot lately.
Maybe so. She's been putting down Bayley and Sasha. I don't know what you would do with this though, because does Sasha join the Authority? I mean,
maybe at like SummerSlam we can have like the Boss versus the Boss match.
Maybe so. Something like that would be cool. Something like that would actually make this women's division more exciting. I mean, if you're not going to get Ronda, if you're not going to get any of these MMA girls, you're going to fall flat unless there's some extra sizzle to this match. And making it a 4-way when chances are that the talent prevails. Again? Again?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk for a while. Why don't you talk? What is going on? Yeah, everything's working. Go ahead.
Yeah, they need to do something to spice this match up because I absolutely have no reason to care about it. I mean, nothing special about it. We see the girls wrestle each other on Raw every week. The same three. Because Nia, they don't even put her in there as much as them three. Nah.
I mean, they don't even mix up Daniel Brooke in those matches, but nothing.
Nope. That's why I'm ready for Emma to hurry up and come back. I hope it's not another 17 weeks because they definitely need her.
Emma coming back would balance everything out, man. Like you could start some different feuds. You could just get some different interaction, man. Yeah. Something, man. I mean, I kind of like where they're going as far as, hey, we're going to promo this title this week. We're going to promo these titles this week. I like that. So you have some kind of balance. But if you don't have Emma there, if you don't have some jobber girl there, you get tired of seeing the same chicks out there talking to each other or battling each other.
Yep.
All right, so let's get off the women, man. We already talked about Roman and Strowman. I thought the best match or match of the night was the Cruiserweight match.
Yeah.
Which was
really good.
Yeah, which was a shocker, but yeah, they outdid everybody on the show.
Yeah, and they followed it up the next night on Raw with another great Cruiserweight title match that actually went through 2 commercial breaks.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully that propels them into some better success. Austin Aries is now officially a cruiserweight guy, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So it looks like we'll be getting Neville and Aries at Mania.
Okay, all right. Wow, Austin Aries' first match as a cruiserweight. He's going to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Nicely done, nicely done. All the potassium that he's eating definitely worked out, so that's cool.
But yeah, I was excited about the cruiserweights after Sunday and Monday, and then I decided to give 205 a shot. It was the same old thing.
It's tough, man. You can't do it.
Nope.
It is so tough. Man, just thinking back to the Cruiserweight Classic, man. They had a spot. Like, they had a spot. It was refreshing. It was new energy. Like, think about it this way. If you watch a different show with a different crowd, a different audience, a different arena, it's new. It's fresh. If you watch the Cruiserweights in the middle of Raw, if you watch them literally at the end of SmackDown, it just looks stale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good luck to him, but I don't see how far it'll go.
Nope.
No, definitely.
Let's see what else happened at Fastlane. Oh, we had Kevin Owens losing in 6 seconds.
Listen, we're gonna get to that just a little bit later. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. I can't deal with that right now. Deep breaths, woosah. Okay, so the tag team match, that was okay. That was we had
Joe and Zane.
We had Joe and Zane. That was cool. Like, that was decent. That was the opening match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a good opening match. But other than that, man, I mean, this was a regular. This almost felt like a Raw, but it was a okay pay-per-view. It was a filler pay-per-view, so I didn't have much expectation for it. Now, as far as Kevin Owens and Goldberg, give me your reaction.
Oh, I predicted it, so I wasn't shocked at all.
Okay, I know you weren't shocked, but were you shocked that it literally was 22 seconds, 21.6 to be exact?
No.
At all?
Well, maybe a little bit. I thought, like, because it was short because he did the stalling before the bell rang.
Exactly. But still, even that, you come in at 22 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that night, when I thought about it, I tried to make sense of it, right? Most of the people that saw Goldberg in his twilight, in his era, in his big run, they were used to seeing that.
Yeah.
They were used to seeing him come out, boom, bam, boom, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
But the 10-year-olds, they don't know who Goldberg is, man.
No.
The 15, they don't know who Goldberg is. So I get the nostalgia part of it. But man, you're not going to get this guy on TV for another 6 months. He might be champion for a month, but you're just mocking your championship if a 50-year-old guy can come out and beat Kevin Owens, who dominated for the past 6 months, 8 months, whatever. Yeah, and he beat him in 26 seconds.
But the thing is, though, this time he didn't have Jericho to watch his back. You know, the story was, Jericho had helped him win all these title matches. Now, on this time, Jericho helps him lose, makes him lose this title match.
So without Jericho, Kevin Owens can't withstand 26 seconds of a 50-year-old superhero?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, without this Jericho, they act like he can't do nothing, which is the way they book all their heels on Raw, where they have to have some kind of help in order to, be dominant, be successful. Just like Seth Rollins, he had to have J&J security or somebody from the Authority.
Yeah, or he had Kane or something like that. Like, I get it. I totally get it, man. And I get the people marked out for the fact that Goldberg comes in and does less than a minute work, and yells and growls and breathes fire and kicks and punches air. But 26 seconds, man. To me, it just seemed like you threw away everything that you had built with Kevin Owens. So, so who is Kevin Owens now? After he battles with Chris Jericho, who is Kevin Owens after this? That's what I'm really focused on.
But I guess another thing, that match, Yeah, Goldberg won the title, but it wasn't as much about Goldberg as much as it was to start the feud between Jericho and Owens.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. But at the end of the night, you got Goldberg whipping this guy in 26 seconds. And let's be clear, I've said this before. I didn't have a problem with it if the atmosphere was fever pitch, if everybody was standing up going, yes, 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 yes. If they dimmed the lights and, only spotlighted them when they were announced and everything like that, because they were jaw jacking back and forth before the match, cussing each other out and stuff like that. But you could see people were just sitting back, eating popcorn and like, okay, yeah, Goldberg's going to murder him in 30 seconds. And he did that. Right. So, that's why I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's become predictable now, just like with Brock Lesnar, his matches are predictable.
So given that, at Mania, we got Brock, we got Goldberg. Are we going to do the same crap again?
I had a theory about that.
Go ahead.
I think they are. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to have another show that runs long like they did last year. But instead of people having to sit through a full-length last match, they're going to put that on as the last match so people don't have to sit there as long.
And see, I totally understand where you're coming from. You're going to sit through 7 hours, and that last match is going to be 2 minutes. I get that. And that does make up for it, right? That, that can be something that people can talk about and say that they came away with a big moment versus last year where it was a complete train wreck. They can still say that. I get that. Right. But, man, really?
Yeah.
I mean, my gosh. Goldberg is... First of all, what kind of medication is Goldberg taking where he can't be under the lights for more than 30 seconds before he's sweating like a drunk in withdrawal?
He was blowed up by the time he got to the ring on Fastlane.
Yeah. So you can have a great body, but if you have no kind of cardio, you're complete trash. And maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they know. He cannot go for 5 minutes. That's trash. That's terrible.
Yep. But I'm trying to figure out, do you think they're going to put this on last? Or could Roman and Undertaker go last?
Okay, until we get a confirmation that it's a singles match, which I'm pretty sure it could be. I just hate it for Braun Strowman not to be in it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to go on last, man. Like, you either have 3... Wow, yeah. I guess you still got 3 options. You got the 2 title matches, or you got Roman as, I guess Vince still wants him to be the face, but... You got that. I mean, even when Brock beat The Undertaker, it wasn't the last match. And that was a big match.
Right.
That was a big match.
Let's see. Anything else happen on Raw? Nope.
Well, we were talking about Fastlane. If you want to get into Raw, we can definitely get into Raw. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figure we was just kind of blending the two into each other.
Well, yeah, Raw. I mean, like I said, man, we got some big moments on Raw. We got Brock Lesnar coming out and just, faking out Goldberg and giving him the F5. I don't know why Goldberg felt the need to hold on to the belt, but that's just, I don't know. But yeah, man, he's gonna murder Goldberg in 10 seconds, so we can kind of move on from there. The ice cream bars that the New Day are going to finally unleash to the world.
Yeah.
At this point, I think the ice sickle is just a prototype, or the ice cream bar is even ready for consumption.
Probably not.
But yeah, so until then, Big E's gonna keep. Can we say molesting on this show?
Yeah.
Okay. Big E's gonna
That's
keep.
what he did on that ice chest.
Yes. Violated that ice chest. That was crazy.
Yes. That poor ice chest. It has a family.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Okay, so the tag team division, I'm not really all that fond of.
Enzo just keeps getting even more annoying each week, which I'm trying to figure out if they're meaning to do that or if it's just me.
But man, every time their music plays and every time they're in the ring doing a promo for 8 minutes, people are behind them. I mean, if they keep making shirts and people keep buying them, Jordan's going to keep making Jordans for Enzo to buy too. So we could see this tag team for a while.
Yeah. Let's see what else. We had Triple H doing a promo via satellite.
Yeah. This isn't a Hulu excuse, but this is a mute excuse. If they're not gonna be there, man, I didn't care about that. Like,
Yeah.
do you think that Seth Rollins will show up to WrestleMania and be able to fight? Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. They're not going to build this up like this if he's not going to be there and be able to go.
Okay, once again, until I saw a scar or a surgery photo, I don't think he's injured that bad. Like, I'm not gonna say he's not injured that bad, but I don't think it's something that he needed 6 months from. But I definitely don't think it was something that he would miraculously be able to come back just in time for WrestleMania. I think it might have been a scare. Definitely thought it might have been a scare, but they milked it for what it was. So his emergence at WrestleMania could be big and bold.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to figure out, because Balor is ready, he's doing house shows. How is he going to fit in? I mean, they only have 3 weeks to build him up for a match at Mania.
I saw something where, like, one of the live events afterwards, after WrestleMania, he's going up against Rusev. I don't know how you build that into it.
Oh, God, that was terrible on Fastlane, by the way.
What happened on Fastlane?
With the whole Rusev, Jinder, Big Show, Cesaro, those 2 matches.
No, I remember Hard Body Mahal.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome Rusev.
Yes.
Handsome Rusev, aka the Bulgarian CN almost. That's who I call him. But yeah, that was terrible. That's why I said it reminded you of a Raw.
But here's the thing. Well, you probably didn't watch the pre-show, did you? No.
Crickets.
Well, anyway, they set these matches up. Well, not the actual, their opponents. Foley told them they would each have an opponent.
Okay.
So you had to know then, when they were adding 2 more matches, that the main event was going to be short.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. That's cool.
So this show had 10 matches on it.
Really?
Counting the pre-show, yeah.
Okay, counting the pre-show. So how many matches did the pre-show have?
Just 1.
Okay, so it had 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 an hour. And did it run over 3 hours?
I don't think it did. If it did, not by much.
Okay. All right.
I think it might have just a little bit.
Okay, maybe 308, 310, something like that. Okay, that's fine. Because I always, I have my resources for watching, and I'm not sure if there's a big delay, but okay. Yeah, that's not that bad then. At least they filled up the 3 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mahal Cesaro match got the award for the worst match of the night, but it wasn't because anything Cesaro was doing. Nobody cared about Jinder.
Nah, he's just never going to appeal to people. And oh man, I don't want to be that guy, but can I be that guy?
Sure, why not?
I don't think
somebody has to.
I think if he takes the turban off and changes his name, he'll be accepted more. He's bronze for one thing, but when he comes out with the Homeland 9/11 terrorist music, I think that people just turn off. I don't know why. I think he's talented. I mean, he looks like a bronze Mark Merrow. He could do something. Yeah. I don't know, man.
But I mean, he don't really get. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't love him. He's just there. He don't do nothing for me.
But he's there. Like that's what I'm saying. I think he gets heat off the fact that he's Jinder Mahal. Right. Like if he was Chris Swift, he would have a different. I'm looking at books right here, but
Swift's on the other brother.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. if he was Chris Swift, Taylor Swift's dark-skinned brother, he would get a different gimmick. He would have a catchphrase. He would come out with a T-shirt. He would definitely have different music. He would have pyro, right? But since his name is Jinder Mahal, you're supposed to automatically hate him because he probably has connections to the people that bombed on 9/11. I mean that's
even though he's Indian and not Afghan or whatever.
Right. I mean that's what people. I think. Maybe it's just me.
That's what people are doing. It's like that people hate him though. But I don't think people hate him. I don't think they care.
But I don't think they give him a chance to be liked. And I mean, this goes back to the fact that he was already in the WWE last time, right? And was a complete jobber then. A complete jobber. But now, obviously he's taking better steroids and he's using bronzer a lot more.
Scott Steiner kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know, man, but that's what I believe. Maybe people would give him a chance more if they at least changed his music, gave him some pyro, and at least gave him a catchphrase or something like that.
I think he needs to go back to the "Don't hinder Jinder."
Oh, that was a phrase, really?
Yeah, that was a phrase he used to use, I think. Or if he didn't use it, somebody used it toward him.
Did he ever get a chance to talk on the mic ever?
Not much.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They got to do something with that guy. I mean, they did bring him back, so they see something in him.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, and on that same note, speaking of guys that are talented but never get a shot, these shining stars are two guys that I would love to see do something. Like, why are they not inserted in this tag title picture?
Well, considering the fact that Raw is 3 hours and you can highlight different divisions each week, I think the slow progression that Gallows and Anderson made, they could do the same thing with the Shining Stars.
They could, but man, the Shining Stars have been there forever. Forever.
Well, yeah, the Shining Stars were there when they were the Los Matadores or something like that.
Oh, they were before that. Remember when they used to have Rosa?
Oh, yeah.
A long
Holy
time.
smokes.
And Primo, he's been there since Carlito was still there.
Yeah, Primo's been there for a while. Yeah, he's been there for a long time. I mean, they got to do something with him, man, but this is the issue that we're dealing with right now. We're getting closer to WrestleMania. So if you're not, a top guy, if you're not the top guys, there's nothing just to get eliminated quickly. I mean, you can make the show, but yeah, they can do that. They can do that.
Speaking of WrestleMania and the card, I was listening to the Law this week, and they were running down the matches that were either confirmed or probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And they had it up to like 15 or 16 matches for this show.
Yeah. It's pretty. Listen, we've went through it before. There's no chance that you're going to get out of this in 5 hours.
No.
That's just what it's going to be, man. That is exactly what it's going to be.
Yep.
Okay. So where were we? We were talking about the tag team division. But we got the tag team division. We already talked about the Raw women, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to get into some Hulu excuses?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's go.
Let's see. What do we have? We had Tozawa defeating Arya Davari.
I checked. Oh, dude, I think I did watch all 3 hours of Raw.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that to get congratulated, but now some of it was on mute. But I did watch all 3 hours of Raw. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know Tozawa did the "I'm not gonna do it," but the flame yell.
Yeah. Oh, that's his thing.
I did not know that.
Huh?
That's pretty cool.
Have you heard him talk?
Yeah.
The dude has no accent whatsoever, hardly.
No, Trent, this is something I told you at least 10 episodes ago. Tozawa's name is Chris Taylor. I don't care what you say. His name is John DeBergerac. Like, no, yeah, he has no accent. I mean, it's slight, if any, but yeah. I saw Tozawa, like, I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of Tozawa not looking like a wrestler Tozawa. And I'm like, that's not a typical Asian guy, right? Like, that's just a regular guy. I think Tozawa is a gimmick. I think his real name is Michael Smith. That's just me.
Snuggles in there going crazy.
Shout out to Snuggles for making the first appearance of the show.
Yes. But I think that's all of Raw.
Okay, cool.
So now we can move on to the A show. And when I say A show, I mean the A as in Alexa show.
Okay, let's talk about the Blizzardation then.
Yes, we get the Blizzardation, which was the best segment of Raw. SmackDown. And it turns to find out that Alexa is going to have to face every woman in the SmackDown women's division at WrestleMania.
Now, if your favorite is Alexa Bliss, we all know my favorite. So do you think there's a chance that at WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan says, when I mean everyone, and she comes out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. And I think this also might be the return of my other girl.
All
red, everything.
Really?
It might be. I mean, every SmackDown girl, she's a SmackDown girl.
But no. See, the funny thing about it was when he said that, did that not include Carmella?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it was funny. I don't think she meant anything by it, but like on Talking Smack, if you listen to Renee, she's like, wait, every woman on SmackDown? You think that means she's gonna try to get in this match?
Oh, nice. Oh man. We definitely got to talk about Talking Smack too. But yeah. So and with this having 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 women in the match, could it be a ladder match? Could it be a TLC match, or just could we have a hodgepodge of chicks?
Well, if you listen to the announcers when they're talking about this, they're asking what kind of match is this going to be. So I'm hoping they're leaving that open so that it can be a ladder match. Okay, all right. But if Carmella or Eva are in this match, I don't want it to be a ladder match. That's going to be a bad ladder match. They could get hurt.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see, man. We'll see. But that's the most interesting match for me, because if you get Naomi coming back with Alexa Bliss, with Becky, and yeah, she may win the title, but I think that could be the most interesting match. It's gonna beat the Raw women easily.
Oh yeah, just because, or for us it will anyway. Yeah, it might not be for everybody, but for us it will, because we trashed the Raw Women's division because it sucks.
Very true, Trent. Tell everyone at home how you really feel.
Yes, sucks. It's terrible.
Okay. We gotta get to
please never have Alexa go move to Raw.
Nah. Charlotte's gonna be on Raw forever and a day. And when they join the shows back together, Charlotte will be later on the show, and Alexa will be early on the show.
Yeah.
Or they'll fire Alexa Bliss and make her go to TNA, and then she'll go to Japan, and then she'll come back to fight Charlotte 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh, you gotta get to so much stuff with TNA too. Go ahead.
Yeah. Also with these women, we get a tag match with Alexa and Mickey against Natalya and Becky. And at the end of the match, Mickey hits Alexa in the head. She kicks her in the head.
Oh yeah, saw that. She I guess you can't say that she turned on her, since Alexa is not gonna hold up her bargain of the deal. But we get everyone going against the champ, which is cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like they did, if you remember, WrestleMania 30, when they threw all the women in that match.
Okay.
When everybody was like against AJ.
True.
Yeah, but hopefully this match will be better than that match, because they got better workers. That match was really bad.
Yeah, no. Oh man, I know.
That's when we still had Cameron around.
Cameron was a superstar, Trent.
Cameron was terrible. She tried to pin somebody laying on their stomach.
Trent, you're still gonna go back to that, really?
Yeah.
Listen, Cameron tried to pin somebody on their stomach just to make the ref count.
Yeah, but he didn't count because she couldn't count.
I know. I thought that was a beautiful moment. I always look back at that like she was being like she was being a brat. But yeah, people always say you wasn't. But she was trying to make the ref count. Like, you better count. I'm pinning her, count.
Which I think my girl does a whole lot better being the brat, the little spoiled rotten brat. And
your girl has a nicer chest too. All right, so
that's for everything.
Welcome to the show, Trent. With that said, let's go over to what started the show, right?
Right.
Well, not necessarily what started the show, but Trent. Yeah, I gotta ask you this. So we're obviously gonna get this mixed tag with Cena and Tops and Bottoms versus The Miz and his beautiful wife Maurice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that John Cena made Nikki Bella sign a contract to be his girlfriend. Now, whether that's true or not, but he did make her sign a contract, and this was on Total Divas.
Right.
What happened? Because I didn't watch Total Divas until probably this year.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember there being some kind of something he wanted her to sign before he would let her move in with him.
Wow. Now, let's be honest, Trent. There are a lot of superstars, and when I mean superstars, I mean actual sports entertainers, and I don't mean the WWE, that want to have a private life. So what they do in their off season, what they do during season, what they do for their extracurricular activities, they want a little private, right? So if you're going to come back to the hotel after a game, hey, you're going to need to sign this contract that whatever goes on here stays here. If we ever hear anything, we're going to sue you for all that you're worth and everything like that. If you get pregnant, well, we'll pay, $60,000 for the abortion, even though it only costs X amount of dollars, things like that, right? So
Right.
this is not uncommon, right? Some chicks might want to get hit over the tushy with a paddle, and they want to sign a contract saying that they're not going to sue them for all that they're worth. But
but that's just for like, but you're talking about more like one night stands and stuff. You're not talking about actual like a girlfriend.
Well, that's the thing. I totally agree with everything that the Miz said on the show on SmackDown, which I don't understand why he didn't say everything he said on Talking Smack on SmackDown, but that's another story. You have John Cena
because he had to make the Talking Smack the better show.
Oh yeah, true, very very true. And Miz is the unofficial third star of the show. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Cena and Tops and Bottoms, bionic boobs, if you will, that's totally fake. Even the kisses are fake.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it does make sense. It totally makes sense. It's just, man, why would you even worry about that? And just, I don't get why, if it's going to be fake, why you just can't have it be fake and not do a contract or anything like that to draw more attention to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there could be, you could have a TV show girlfriend, a Total Divas girlfriend, a red carpet girlfriend, a SmackDown girlfriend, a pay-per-view girlfriend. I mean, you could easily do that, but to draw attention to it by a contract, it's terrible, man.
Yeah. Yep.
So what did he actually make her sign, Trent?
I can't actually remember exactly what it was, but I knew that. I think it was like that was like one of the like you know how they do like the mid-season finale.
Yeah,
I think it was one of those where like they left us hanging whether she was going to sign it or not.
But she signed it, right? I mean, I'm guessing she obviously signed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just to be not his wife, Trent, to be his girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was a wife, I could kind of understand because they have like prenups and stuff like that.
But to be his girlfriend,
yeah.
Do you realize how silly that is?
Yep.
Okay, so I tried to YouTube it and I couldn't really figure out what it was for or why he did it, but it's fake. It's very hard to even look at them on TV and not realize that it's fake to put more attention to it. So this mixed tag at Mania, if it's supposed to end in a proposal, just makes it even more fake.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm 10 years old, I probably wouldn't know the difference. If he held her close and their face got close together, that means that they're kissing. If I'm 10 years old, so
right. Or if I'm even younger than that, I would think, ooh, he's kissing a girl.
Right. So, maybe it makes sense for the younger kids who are begging their mom to spend $35 on a John Cena t-shirt.
Right. But I'm sure those younger kids would actually rather see like actually wrestling in the ring instead of like a soap opera. Like actual,
Well, like I said, if we're going to get the proposal at Mania, those kids are going to remember that just like we remember, do you marry me? I mean, we remember that stuff. So that's going to be a big moment for them. And, 10 years later, they'll realize that John Cena never even, had anything to do with that chick.
Yep. But do you think, I think the Brian and Brie thing's real.
Yeah, Brian's hitting that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Brian's hitting that. John Cena's probably
he got above his standards, I think, when he got her.
Nah.
As far as I didn't expect somebody like him to be able to get a girl like her.
Brie?
Yeah.
Why?
Because look at him and look at her.
What? I'm not understanding.
It would be kind of like me dating Brie.
What? You don't think you would have a chance dating Brie Bella? See, here's
not now she's married.
Well, yeah, for real. Trent, think about it this way. Don't look at Nikki Bella. Look at Brie Bella. Matter of fact, don't look at Nikki Bella. Look at Brie Bella and look at Brie Bella's mom. That's what she looks like. She doesn't look like Nikki Bella at all. That's from what from what we know of Nikki Bella. She doesn't look like that at all. She looks like a girl that you would see Daniel Bryan at a Whole Foods store buying hummus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's still, I mean, even though she don't have the the assets that Nikki does, she still, looks like a model. She can model.
Yeah, I mean, if you eat ice chips all day and bathe in salad, you probably do that too. But I mean, no, I think they match. I think they
Yeah.
match. I don't think he. I think she went above what she could have got, but that's another story.
Wait a minute, with Daniel?
Okay, here let's get into it now. Whatever the Miz said, let me slow down. The things Miz said on Talking Smack, he would have murdered the game if he said those on SmackDown. What he said on SmackDown was light. I mean, it was really light. Okay. When he went back and backtracked who Nikki Bella was before she started making the contract to be John Cena's girlfriend was very enlightening. Trent, these were chicks that were hiding under the ring for each other, man. I mean, as far as wrestling talent goes, they were nobodies, man. Like they were supposed to be something only because they were twins, and I definitely give them that. But as far as talent, they were nothing. They were absolutely nothing. And before they got boyfriends that were major stars that they could copy moves from, they were trash.
Yeah. Which one do you think came first? Nikki was with Cena first, or Nikki got the implants first?
Nikki got the implants first. Because Nikki got the implants like a long time. Yeah, like Nikki had the implants for a while. Yeah.
But we don't know how long her and him has been together, though.
You never know. But John could have bought them. Maybe that's why she had to sign a contract. John could have bought those tits.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah. I remember when the whole Mickey. Have you ever heard about the Mickey James thing?
Yeah, when he was with like, Cena? So did they bang and then he just treated her like it was just a casual thing and she thought it was something more, or what happened with that?
I think it was either that or either she wanted him but he didn't want nothing to do with her, or I think she might have been trying to get him when he was still with his first wife.
Oh, okay. But nevertheless, they did have something going on and he didn't want it to continue, but she did. Yeah, I got you.
And because Cena's word goes, once that happened,
she was gone. Yeah, she was gone, and that's why she's on SmackDown.
Yeah. Well, it's actually weird that he want her on the same show as him.
Oh, what, man? My bad. I didn't even realize what I said. Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, he has
she's married and got kids.
Yeah, she's married. She got kids, and he's faking like he has a girlfriend that he actually paid for. So
which I don't know. I guess Nikki would be worth the money. I guess.
So would you pay for it, Trent?
I'm not gonna say that because I'll get lots of hate.
You would get lots of hate? Yeah,
from people who's women are not objects, which I agree.
There you go. There and Trent, this is a Women's Month. This is I think we celebrated the other day a day without women, but
right.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to say anything disparaging about women, correct?
Right.
All right, good. Yeah. We'll try to stay away from that.
Nothing bad coming out of this mouth about women.
Okay, for you got what, like 21 more days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or anytime. I don't never say nothing bad about them.
Very true. Very true. Very true. So we talked about John Cena quite enough. Let's move on to the other big item. And
can we talk about this pointless opening segment with Shane and Daniel Bryan in the ring?
Well, can we talk about that and the pointless Talking Smack segment too? Because I think those were kind of run hand in hand, right?
Right.
Like they didn't have enough content on SmackDown to have a show, which I don't understand because American Alpha was not on the show. The Usos were not on the show. I don't think Luke Harper was on the show.
Nope, Bray wasn't on the show.
Bray was not on the show. So I don't know where those guys were. But yeah, so you didn't have enough content for the show, and so you were probably stalling. So they announced AJ Styles, Randy Orton for the #1 contendership, which makes sense. And we get that.
But the thing was, they had already announced that before SmackDown even came on the air. Like that. Remember, I texted you like the weekend before that match was announced.
True. But like I said, they were stalling. And maybe they felt like they needed to explain or give a reason why these guys were fighting and say that something else was on the line versus them just having a regular match. Yeah,
and I liked how SmackDown opened with like the recap of last week, and then as soon as Shane and Daniel Bryan get in, they show it again. Yeah. I'm like, we just seen that. We know.
Wasting content, man. They had no content. I mean, I don't understand why you didn't have those 4 talents on the show And then you just, I don't know, man. You could have added a little bit more to the show. Something.
Yep.
Okay, so we eventually see Randy Orton beating AJ Styles. Here's the thing that I don't get. AJ gets beat. I get that. But then he gets so upset that he walks into the backstage area, I guess. Well, was that the gorilla? Wow, that's the gorilla position now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, he walks back to Gorilla and he's upset, but he's targeting it at Shane?
Right.
Well, how does this make any sense, Trent?
It makes no sense because Shane was the one that thought he ought to get the match at Mania. He should have been mad at Daniel Bryan. Bryan's the one that thought Orton should have got the match.
Okay, so once again, here we go with, hey guys, we already know what the matches are for WrestleMania. Now we just need to build a storyline to make them happen. First, it was the powder, which I thought was a rib on someone's cocaine addiction, and now we get AJ just going into Gorilla and being mad at Shane for pretty much no reason. You lost, and he pushed for you to be in the match. So, just not a fan of how they're trying to establish these storylines that just make no sense.
Yeah, but I will say I did like that the way, in fact, they did it like in gorilla position. Like that's something you never see.
Well, yeah, like when you said it was in gorilla position, I thought that was not backstage, but somewhere in the, not in the truck either, but somewhere in the production area, right? Like I always thought of the gorilla position as immediately behind the curtain, and Vince sitting in front of a couple monitors. It just seemed like where they were was like the control center, like way back in the back.
What it is that's where it started. But now that they're so, produced and it's HD and everything, they probably got a lot more, and they're more, more people and more monitors and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, because it did look like a control center. But that's the new gorilla position.
Which basically it is. I mean, it's where they tell everybody what to do and stuff.
Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool to see. Michael Hayes. I have no clue what he was wearing.
Yeah,
he looked like Barney with all that purple on.
I'll never forget what he told Mark Henry though. So that's my that's my memory of PS. I will never forget the day where he told everyone what PS meant either. So
yeah, those
are the two moments I will never get out of my head. That, and possibly three with him looking like Barney. Now that you said that.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we ran through the show. Talking Smack was way better than SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. We forgot about the Baron Corbin part with Dean Ambrose.
What happened, man? Because I already knew what happened when I watched it, but what happened?
So basically, Kurt Hawkins comes out and says that Ambrose started something he can't finish. So he was calling him out. Ambrose comes down, knocks Kurt Hawkins down. He wants Corbin. Corbin shows up on the video screen and says that he's not coming. He comes when he wants to. So Ambrose goes back to get him. Ambrose runs into him, and Corbin has kidnapped a security guard and throws the security guard at Dean Ambrose.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah. He pushes him into Dean Ambrose.
Nicely done.
Then he grabs a lead pipe and beats the crap out of Dean Ambrose. Then he sees a forklift with nothing on it, just a forklift.
Yeah.
And he puts him up under it and puts the little thing down on top of him.
Oh, to crush him under the forklift.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Listen, Baron Corbin looks like a 45-year-old man that goes to the same biker bar every week just because his mom owns it, just to order milk. I get that part. But if he's squashing him, I guess a la Mick Foley when he pinned The Rock, that's pretty cool. And I heard it resulted in Dean Ambrose with a fake rib injury.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Here's the funny part about that. The whole time there's people around and he's beating the crap out of Ambrose. And it only took for him to put the forklift on Ambrose is when all of a sudden the referees and everything show up. Where were they at when he was beating the crap out of him with the pipe?
Yeah. Did they use that same rubbery pipe that Maurice had when she beat up Nikki Bella?
No.
Okay. So. Did it actually cling when it hit the ground?
It did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Nicely done.
Which being Dean Ambrose, he could probably actually take a shot with a real pipe because, he's been in CZW and stuff. He's been in worse than that.
Dude, I need to check out CZW. What is CZW?
I've never really watched it, but I know that they're they're indie that's one of those hardcore deathmatch indies.
Oh wow.
But at the same time, they also have good wrestling at times too.
What does CZW stand for?
Oh, Combat Zone Wrestling.
Oh, Combat Zone. Okay, okay. So they're like the more hardcore. Okay, nicely done. I did not know that, but I kept
They're the
hearing about
ones. Yeah,
CZW.
they're the ones that do the Tournament of Death every year.
Oh wow, you're gonna give me some YouTube things. Let me write this stuff down. The Tournament of Death.
Yeah.
Okay, as you can hear me writing down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I did not know that Baron Corbin went to those links. I knew what happened, so I was like, okay, he breaks his ribs, but I might have to go back and check that out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice.
Oh, and also we had Mojo Rawley putting his name in for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and Dolph Ziggler come up to him with his hair up that looked like a pineapple. Or it reminded me of a pineapple, the way it was shaped.
Oh man, yeah. Mojo Rawley is your favorite, correct?
Oh yes, Although I will
ADHD.
say he has calmed down a little bit since Zack Ryder's left.
He's taking his medicine.
Tolerable.
He's taking his medicine. That's what's happening.
Yep.
He's taking his medicine.
Well, keep on taking it, there, Mojo. At least you're tolerable to watch now.
Yeah, nice. Okay, man. Are we done?
Say that he was on an episode of Talking Smack and actually come off as a pretty cool guy.
Do you watch Talking Smack every end of SmackDown now?
Not every week, but most weeks.
Okay, because I mean,
this ain't the only week that Talking Smack has been pretty much better than SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of weeks.
I mean, I know the first couple of ones were just blockbuster, and every now and again you'll say, "Hey, man, check out Talking Smack," and I'll maybe check out like the clips that they'll have. But yeah, I didn't know that, man. I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do make sure to tune into all the ones that Alexa is on.
What about Raw Talk? Do you watch that?
No.
Okay, yeah. I heard that's pretty trash.
Got Jerry Lawler on it, so it can't be too good.
Yeah, I'm not listening to that. Puppies. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So with that said, I think we got SmackDown covered.
Yeah.
As always, we skipped 205 Live, but good luck to 205 Live.
Yeah. And Aries and Neville. That was the big thing this week.
Yeah.
And somebody sending Alicia Fox flowers.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And
I forgot Cedric. I forgot Cedric
taking credit for it.
Noam Dar's take. Wait a minute, man. So she never even officially left Cedric and moved on to Noam?
Well, we don't know who the flowers are from.
No, what I'm saying is, who does Alicia Fox cling to now?
Noam.
Okay. I got you. Okay, but so the flowers were sent, and they could be from Cedric trying to get back. They could be from Mustafa Ali. You never know.
It could be. I think they're leading it. They might be Rich Swann. Boy, Alicia, she's getting around with these.
That's what I'm saying, man. Man, hey, there's something about Foxy, man. There's something about Foxy, man. Jeez, my gosh. Holy smack. Jeez.
Fox is getting around.
My gosh.
That little fox is in the heat.
Man. Okay. National Women's Month.
Yeah. Oh, did you on the pre-show on Fastlane? Noam Dar alluded to after the match with after Neville won his not Neville. After who was Dar teamed with? Kendrick. Okay. After him and Kendrick won their pre-show match, that they were going to have like a three-way or something.
With Alicia?
Yeah.
Are they making her out to be a slower?
I don't know.
I mean,
he wants to say Kendrick turned them down.
Maybe that's the reason Cedric didn't want her, because she was a slore.
Yeah.
She was a sluck.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Alicia. Oh, we're gonna troll Alicia tonight. That's what's happening tonight. I'm sorry. That's what's happening tonight. Jeez, man. I like the crazy Alicia Fox pouring Pepsi on the announcer versus her being a slore.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
But either way, she's pretty cute.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, man. Wow. Sorry, Alicia. Dang. Jeez. Let's move on to NXT, man. This was a pretty good NXT to finally come back from. We've had spoilers, we've had weeks that happened, but we got some pretty good action on NXT this week, right?
Yeah.
We got I'm not really worried about the Ty Dillinger sanity situation because I think that's gonna go on and on forever, but we finally get Ember Moon confirmed to face Asuka at TakeOver Mania.
Yep.
And we almost see her destroy Peyton Royce.
Billy Kay.
Damn it. I know it's something wrong.
They're not twins. You should be able to tell them apart.
We get...
What is it? You think all those Australians look the same?
Wow. Now I know how it feels. Oh, man. So, yeah, she got some kind of neck injury or whatever. I thought it was a little bit fake since they kept the camera there. But definitely
it was fake. It was made to build up the eclipse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, so that's cool.
But the thing is, it's like the announcers told us that, but the live crowd, she actually got sympathy from them.
What? Yeah, and I think that's what you want to have happen. Like if the I don't know, man. It's kind of tough, and it was a woman too, which maybe there's a bias there. But if this was a strong male heel and he got injured, I think they would have went to a video package or something like that, and you probably still would have got the same thing. But you would have been watching the video package or a commercial while the crowd was like, "Hey, I'm glad he's okay," and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah. All right, and then we move on to see. I told you I would never refer to another man as Ho-Ho. But we get him we get him in seeing Almost. And Almost is looking,
right, which is the Mexican Rusev.
There you go. See, somebody's paying attention. Trent is paying attention. So I mean he destroyed him, and he just looks a lot better being a heel, just being a badass. It just works. And if you can destroy somebody that probably weighs 180 pounds, it definitely works.
Yep.
All right. And I think that leads us to, the tag team division too, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the twin brothers, the twin towers?
Yes.
The Slay brothers?
The Ely brothers.
Ely brothers, my bad. I was watching it at a side angle. Thought it said Slay.
Gabriel and Uriel.
Terrible name.
But that might be actually their real names.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's still a terrible name.
Yeah. I thought you meant it was like a terrible name.
Nah. I mean, I thought they either were Brazilian or black. One of them. Right.
Well, what's worse, them or English and Stephen King?
Listen, English and Stephen King's are the worst names ever. A woman to be named English and a guy who is considerably younger than Stephen King. I mean, I can tell that his mom and dad probably watched watched and read a lot of the Stephen King books. Get that? Totally get that. Totally get that. But for this guy to go out and say, "Hey, I want to find a chick that I can impregnate and stay at home and take care of the kids," and you know what? I want to have a peculiar sounding name. I want to have a little quirky name. To go find a chick, that looks like she's been selling lemonade all year round. And literally who makes all her own clothes, sews all her own clothes, and washes everything in 20 ounces of bleach. And a woman named English shows up. I think it's incredible. Okay, but no, I thought these guys were crazy menacing. I mean, they were 6'6", maybe. Jeez.
And this is their second appearance on NXT, and both times they've got beat up before they even got in the ring to have the match. Okay, well, let me ask you this. On their first appearance, did they have that cool little entrance where it goes black and they have the little robes and stuff? I don't think they did.
Okay, well, this time it looked pretty cool. I had read the spoilers, so I knew they were going to get jumped, but I thought they at least had some kind of interaction with top guys. So when they got to the apron and then got jumped, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah those dudes are
interested to see what they can do.
I mean, maybe we don't need to see that yet, and maybe we just need to know that, like, dude, those guys, trust me, those guys.
Yeah. When they get ready, they're going to be something.
Yeah, man. I mean, right, that's crazy. 6'6". Yeah. I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. Oh no. The thing that got me was they said that they were the first twin duo to make it to the Performance Center. And I thought they were going to say like the first twin duo ever, but yeah, I guess the Performance Center finally can say that, hey, we got some twins in here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's move on to the main event, or you want to talk about your boy Chris Hero?
Nothing to talk about really. We get him and Rude next week.
Okay, so
He
we're
had an
gonna
interview.
get him and Rude in an actual match
Yep.
for the title.
Yep.
And has this already been spoiled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. Any chance of a 3-way at Mania?
Maybe.
Oh no, I'm just I mean,
Yeah. I mean, because spoiler alert.
let's do it.
Bobby Roode wins, so it'll be him and Nakamura at Mania. So I don't know where else Hero would go. Who would he
Okay.
face?
Okay, no.
I guess he could face like Almas or something like that.
Okay, I mean, to have a takeover Mania and not have Chris Hero on it with the current state of NXT, like what we got our championship matches set, right? We're gonna get a triple threat for the tag teams. We'll get Asuka and Ember. We'll get Joe and Rude, right? So then we'll get
Nakamura and Rude.
I said Joe and Rude, Nakamura and Rude, and then we'll probably get Dillinger and Sanity somehow, some way. And I guess that will open up a spot for Hero and Almas.
Yeah,
maybe you were saying that Chris Hero could face Almas because he would be the only heel left.
Right.
Okay, all right, totally fine with that. Is he the only heel left? Really?
I think so.
That Samson guy is never going to do anything.
Well, you read the spoilers, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Did he never connect?
Well, here's the thing. I've been hearing that he's coming to the main roster.
Like, and that would be fine. I thought Drift Away was kind of like a good thing. So he would like either that gimmick would die or he would keep doing it over and over just to get on your nerves. And finally, he's going to whack somebody with the guitar. I thought that was a great thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that could work. If he goes to the main roster, he'll jive for another year. Yeah. All right, man. As I've lost all light in the day, we're through Raw with SmackDown. We got NXT taken care of. We got to hit up TNA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so right, TNA. We did talk to Smack TNA, and then we'll do Survivor. Okay, all right. So as you can tell, I'm literally in the dark. All right. Okay, so TNA. Last week we did our show right at the top of their week where they were going to do a lot of their tapings, and we had discussed like, hey, they're going to do a bunch of tapings in a day now, and people are going to get paid per day versus the show, right?
Right.
And we were also talking about a lot of the talents leaving, where they could possibly go, and just, it wasn't like we felt sorry for TNA, but, it seemed like they were a sinking ship.
Right.
Now, you got a lot of new people. You got a lot of new faces. You got a lot of people that they hired last minute, let's be honest. You got a lot of people that have connections to the current regime, which is, I guess, kind of the old regime also, that may want to join TNA. So where do you think TNA goes from here?
After reading these spoilers, I'm interested to watch because with Dutch and Jarrett and I think Scott D'Amore back, they were the ones booking when TNA was probably at its hottest time. So I'm going to give TNA another chance and see if they can turn it around this time. Okay.
And with those spoilers, what? Like you got a lot of big pieces coming back, right? So you got a new version of LAX, so you basically have Conan back.
Yep.
You got Alberto Del Rio back. You basically have a Pro Wrestling Noah and a Lucha Underground connection.
Right.
So that that's really where you're gonna draw your talent from, which that kind of makes sense.
As well as the guys that were on the Global Force roster, which I think that's probably done now.
Yeah, I thought like we said before, I thought Global Force was everybody but the WWE.
Yeah.
Without being Global Force. But yeah, so you're gonna get talent. We'll probably see the Bollywood boys soon. I don't know. But yeah, so you got what? Matt Morgan came back. Got Masters came back. Did Magnus come back?
Yes, Mr. Mickey James did come back.
Yeah, he's back. Alberto won your championship for like a week, I guess. But he's on the show.
Yep.
And they vacated the tag titles, right?
Yep. They put them in a tournament.
Okay, so
14 tournament.
So no Hardys, and for some reason I think that they own Broken Matt Hardy, which I think sucks. But yeah,
right.
I don't think they're gonna kind of get away from that. But With TNA where it is, obviously Jack Swagger Jack Thwagger says that he wants to be released, and I think they granted it. He may show up there soon. Is
He'll
there a
definitely show up there.
Yeah, no.
Because him and Dutch are buddies.
Didn't they start TNA on one of those spoiler episodes saying, hey, I think Dutch came out or Bruce Pritchard came out and said, hey, we're not going to go by TNA anymore. We, the people, want to go by blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I think he's
they're going by Impact Wrestling now. They've completely dropped the TNA.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the title says Impact?
Yeah.
Okay. All the banners, all the verbiage says Impact. That's pretty good, man. Okay. That is pretty good then.
Now the question is, how long will it take me and you until we quit saying TNA?
Dude, when I was reading the spoilers, the people writing the spoilers kept saying TNA.
Yeah.
And I think, as bad as it may sound, when something awesome happens, people are gonna yell TNA.
Yeah.
Because
you can't yell Impact Wrestling. Really. It's don't have the same thing.
I think that's what's going to happen, man. And remember back when there was some struggle over Billy Corgan and him suing and all that stuff?
Right.
Didn't the WWE buy the TNA library?
I thought they did.
Okay, so maybe that's a reason too. Now that they're going by Impact, they can't get any more of the library. So whatever stars they create, they keep. Maybe that's what they're saying. I would love to see Cody Rhodes go there. I've heard people talk about CM Punk.
Well, he's already there.
Okay, so Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I didn't know if he went to New Japan.
Well, I think he's working a bunch of them.
Okay. You still got Damian Sandow there, right?
Yep.
Okay, so man, good luck to him, man. I thought the big hit of losing the Hardy Boys and the Miracle would, kind of be too much, but they're working their magic. So good luck to TNA.
Man, TNA, I tell you what. They've been on death's door so many times, and they keep coming back.
And in the past 30 seconds, we both referred to them as TNA. So
yeah,
it's going to be tough, but I think they can do it, man. Like, the dreams of being number 2
are not going to happen.
No. And the dreams of being 1A, no. I think they're done. NXT has secured that 1A spot, that number 2 spot. And I think ROH, with their relationship with New Japan, has secured that realistic 2B, maybe that number 3 spot. So we'll see what Impact Wrestling can do.
Yep. And we still have Allie. She didn't go nowhere.
Nicely done.
And we're getting introduced to Cena, who was with Maria. We're introducing her cousin.
Wait a minute, what?
Not her real cousin.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. So that'll be a feud now. Allie and Braxton Sutter against Sienna and whoever her cousin is. I forgot who it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because Allie and Braxton Sutter, they're a couple, or did they get married?
They're a couple.
Okay, cool.
Both on TV and in real life.
Oh, that's going to make it even more special. John Cena and Bionic Boobs could probably learn a thing or two from them.
Oh, yeah. And they could probably, not look awkward making out on screen, which they didn't. If you watch the wedding at the end, they didn't look awkward like Nikki and Cena did.
Going back to that, man, look at Miz and Maurice and then look at Cena and Nikki. It's terrible.
Like, if you watch, her trying to, when he's, when she gets in the ring and she's, trying to hug him or something.
He doesn't. Exactly. Because that's not his chick.
Yeah.
That's not his chick.
I think she's into him.
I think she's into. I'm not going to be disrespectful on National Women's Month, but I don't think she's into him as much as he is into her.
No, I think it's the opposite way.
Yeah, I know I said that wrong. Yeah, it's definitely the opposite way. So, oh man, Trent, have you ever been in a situation like that where you had a chick and she was cool. It was cool, but you didn't really like her as you didn't like her as quick as she liked you.
That's always, I'm on the other side. I'm on the Nikki side usually.
Oh, really?
Every other girl is the John Cena.
Okay. All right, cool.
I tell you, when I fall for a girl, I fall fast and quick.
All right, man. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do we recover from this?
Call me like a hopeless romantic.
You're a hopeless What are the hopeless romantic things that you do, Trent?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. What like you call a lot? Like are you the hey, good morning. Hey, good night type person? Hey, I hope your day is going well. Hope the sun is shining on you. Oh, you'll get through it. Okay, you're blood. Are you that guy?
Well, I definitely am the good morning, good night. You know, maybe once or twice through the day. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And there's nothing wrong with that, my friend. Nothing wrong
No.
with that. Everyone has their love language, and words of affection are definitely yours, my friend.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Nicely done. Okay, so dig us out of this hole where we talked about your love languages.
Yes. Survivor.
Okay, yeah, man. Let's get into some reality, fake reality.
Yeah. So Survivor started last night, and it was a 2-hour premiere, and it was the Game Changer season, which means everybody that's on there are returning players. We have 3 former winners and 1 former 2-time winner. In the first hour, it was okay. The first hour was, but the second hour was really good because 2 of the winners are on the same tribe, and they were head to head, you know, back and forth at each other. And finally, at the end of it, one of the winners went home.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it was a pretty good, you know, first 2 episodes.
So usually, how many episodes does Survivor go?
Well, there's 20 people on a season, and they usually do like a final 3.
Okay, so we got maybe like 15 episodes.
Yeah.
16. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 3 months long. So basically, like when it finishes up, only like a couple of weeks and Big Brother starts.
Hey, so where are they this year for Survivor? What location are they on?
I think they're in Fiji. I think.
Okay. All right. Cool. Do they have their own island, man? Like, what is, or do they block off part of the island or something?
I don't know exactly how that works.
Okay, I got you. I mean, if you got 20 naked people running around, I think you would kind of contain it. Well, okay, what? 3 people out of the 20 are gonna go psycho and start being naked, correct?
No, not no.
Dude, I have not watched Survivor in so many years. I always knew one year there's one guy that gets tired of wearing clothes and they stink anyway. They're tired of taking baths and stuff like that, so they just walk around naked.
No. I mean, Richard Hatch did when he was on there.
And that was like 8,000 years ago?
Yeah. Well, he's actually returned since then for a season. But sometimes they'll go skinny dipping or something.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Okay.
But that's about it. I mean, they don't go. I mean, that might be in their underwear and stuff, but they ain't naked.
Okay, cool. And I'm glad. Definitely glad.
Yeah. What's really disgusting is like when you actually get like a hookup on there, like a showmance or something, where they be kissing and stuff.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because they be stinking and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they smell like hot garbage out there, but everybody else does. So
they be stinking and everything.
Yeah, there's no toothpaste out there. I'm pretty sure they're passing out some kind of alcohol wipes, or at least I hope they do. I don't know. Oh yeah, the hookup. I thought you just meant like, yeah, that's my chick, that's my dude, or whatever. But yeah, the hookup has to be disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they actually go all the way. They just make out or something.
Jeez. Yeah.
So that's still disgusting enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right then. Are we done?
I believe we are.
Guys, ladies, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure to hit us up on all of our social media accounts. And here they are, one by one. Make sure that you follow us, retweet us, check out our official Twitter page for the show at
TWF_podcast.
Ladies, chicks that are comparable to Brie Bella, have the height of Alexa Bliss, the body of Nikki Bella, and are not named English.
Even the body of Alexa Bliss.
There you go. Yeah. Or who are the clones of All Red Everything.
Yeah.
Make sure that you hit up Trent. You can tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
And you can always tweet me at BangEm South. Also, hit up the Facebook page. Subscribe to the Facebook page. Facebook.com/TWF podcast. And there's more. Trust me, there's more. Make sure
there's more.
Yeah, that was the best, right? Make sure that you send us feedback. You send us all the feedback, all the comments that you want. Add some questions for the show. Email us at twfpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. It has all of the videos for the show. It has all of the podcasts there. You can check out bonus episodes. You can check out funny clips that we've made, but you can simply run through the playlist of all the shows that we've done. Trent, it's time for you to plug your stuff.
Go visit me at my thoughts on pro wrestling. Blogspot. My gosh, I can't talk. Blogspot.com. I got my Fastlane review up there, and I'm working on some stuff.
Nicely,
Different things.
nicely done, my friend. With that said, Trent, is there anything else that we need to go over?
I believe that's it.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Trent, as always, it was a pleasure, man, and I will talk to you next week, my friend.
Alrighty.